I'm going to show you guys some beautiful Islamic pieces right here that we manufacture in the Diamond District, some rare finds. We're going to talk a little bit about a history, because when I show these religious pieces, I do like to explain what's going on, right? First and foremost is this beautiful piece right here. It says Allah, which just means God in Arabic, all right? The origin of the word comes from Most High, or the High One, because the word predates Islam, okay, which is a religion founded by the Prophet Muhammad, right? So why am I saying that, right? Because there's a little bit of history when you're getting a piece like this. You want to know exactly what's really going on. When I advertise some of these pieces, or I show some of these pieces, or I start talking about Islam, sometimes people unfollow the account. That's perfectly fine with me, all right? I don't know why that would be, but those people that, have this reaction to to or religion, if they don't want to follow, I think we'll be fine without them. So, Allah means God, means Most High, and it is a monotheistic religion that was founded in Mecca, okay? And it spread out of there to around the world. It had a very, very large impact throughout the world using vis-a-vis this Quran right here. It's a miniature Quran. And why am I showing you this? Well, I found this piece in the Diamond District. This is a very rare piece. There's only like 5 of them. I don't know how old they are, when they were manufactured by whom, but they're not being manufactured anymore. So this is where you could probably likely place the Quran. I tried to find a miniature Quran and put it in there, but this one unfortunately did not fit inside. Right? But in any case, you could put a verse or a picture or whatever you want. There's only 5 of them. They're under $1,000. They're not very, very expensive. They're a great item to have, because there's not going to be any more. And they do have this beautiful enamel work, which the same thing we did for this piece. It's a custom piece. I made this piece for my friend Saeed, right? Saeed, a French-Moroccan actor. I made this, and he loved it, and someone else ordered the same one. So Saeed, I hope you are not upset that another one of your Muslim brothers has a piece just like yours. You had a 1 of 1, now you have a 1 of 2. All right, but you are the original inspiration for this piece, and I made it specifically for him with beautiful, clear enamel. It's an electric enamel, all right, green, the color of Islam. So, the Quran and this piece, right, it's we respect all the religions out there. I study them all, Christianity, Buddhism, even other belief systems like Confucianism or whatever. Every great society, every great civilization has a religion. There's a lot of atheists out there. I've studied that as well, and all that other stuff. But every great civilization has to have, or has a religion that gathers the people and puts them in a certain direction. So, briefly telling you the story of Islam and Muhammad and what happened there was, this is a book, but Muhammad never wrote this book. He recited the passages in it, and they were memorized and eventually written down into a book that they're called the Holy Quran. Okay, how did this come about, and what was the general story there? Well, originally, Muhammad was living in Mecca, and he was a merchant, and he had a whole individual life. And later on in his life, he began to have revelations. According to what he was saying, he was in the mountains meditating, and Archangel Gabriel came to him and told him to recite. He was first scared. He was frightened by these visions. And he came down the mountain and told his wife what happened, and she told him, and she advised him to spread that message, because it was a positive, powerful message. And indeed it was. So he continued on this journey for a very long time, through many, many trials. It wasn't just accepted. There was polytheistic religions at that time in Mecca that the tribes were very, very bound to, right? Just the word Allah was kind of just the Most High, or the chief God, the little gods, the second gods, all this other stuff, some human sacrifices, and a lot of other, the things that, monotheistic religions don't have. For instance, before Islam, when somebody of wealth or someone successful would die, they'd tie a camel to their grave, because they didn't want to go to heaven on foot. So the camel would be, you know, starving, and a lot of things like that, that eventually Islam kind of purged the society of as a very powerful religion, and grew and changed the course of history, right? As I did in one of my other videos, you know, we have our watches, we have the Roman numerals, and then we have the Arabic numerals, just the numbers that we usually associate when we look at numbers. Those all came from, they didn't particularly come from Islam, but with the study of science and everything else in Islam, they were able to make it to the Western world. And there's many, many examples of that. So the understanding is that these religions, all of them, with all their different respects, should be respected, and they're fundamental. A strong belief system is fundamental to any powerful society, or any society that's really going to go places, right? Even if you go study the Mayans or something like that, you're going to see that their religion, based on numbers and this and that and crazy human sacrifices, was ultimately their undoing. It's a very complicated subject, but this is the reality of it. Islam, very, very interesting, very, very good religion, very, very positive. Of course, we all know what's going on around the world, but I'm going to shed my personal perspective on it. As, you know, a person who's half Muslim, I understand it a little bit, but I understand all religions in general. So if you want this piece, manufactured by the custom team, okay, here in the Diamond District, you can reach the custom team, make anything. If you want this piece, it's only 5 or 6 of them. You could grab them up if you want them, and you could fit something in there. If you have a miniature Quran that could fit in there, I think that would be the best bet. But right here, TraxNYC, visit TraxNYC.com, Cuban chains, whatever you need. Saeed, shout out to you, and thank you to this customer. Appreciate your business.
For piece I ever seen, Max. Oh my God, thank you so much, my brother. Listen, I believe deeply in God, and I believe in every religion. Until you don't force people to do it, it's a beautiful thing, trust me. And this piece right here, Max, means the world to me. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you bring it to me from New York, I'm like, that, I mean, just thank you.